Season Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake. Brady steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Hubbard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now is Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chuba Hubbard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Amari Barno make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 11 yards for number 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Brady now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Brady. Out out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Yeah, he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On play action, it's Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Monarchs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate, no turnover either.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cause
touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback. And
he's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next.
He's got a man, complete. And touchdown.
touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Monarchs are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have it. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, 82 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Brady now on 1st down. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd and 10, Brady flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
53. Single. I got 83. Me. Strip the ball. Ozzie.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Monarchs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Claypool with another catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Fields throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got room. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Working with his 2nd and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Throwing again is Fields.
Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 1st down, Fields. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Brady. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Mike 17. Mike 17.
To throw, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Brady going to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Monarchs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but it's self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Amari Barno picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
After the sack on 1st down,
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions,
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now here is another interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And one last throw here for Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return.